Same Time Toys proudly brings to you Revenge of the Fifth. Yeah, it's hard to breathe in one of them things, especially if you're Vader, right? All that burnt lung and all that stuff. But Same Time Toys, one more time, guys. So, as you can see, I am just a little bit of a Vader buff. I have not met James Earl Jones. Probably won't get a chance to. But I met Dave Prowse at least 5 times. I have had a lot of stuff autographed by him. I have a few things left. I really wish I hadn't sold my lightsaber. That would hurt. Yeah, bills were due. What are you gonna do, right? But we're about a minute and a half coming up to. As you can tell, this is gonna be my Revenge of the Fifth video. I got some cool stuff to show you. If you make it to the end, I'll show you some even cooler stuff. But no further ado, let's get to it. Oh yeah. It's a New Hope shirt. Still fits. You gotta love it. All right, so as you can see, a couple Vaders right in front of you. Let's see if I can do this without making everybody sick. And a couple of more Vaders on the other side. This is not a Power of the Force. This is Revenge of the Fifth. I'm not exactly sure who got the Darth Vader, but I'm extremely jealous. But we saw this in my other video. This is my original Darth Vader. Gotta love that toy. Let's see. We have the Grand Inquisitor. I believe that's the Grand Inquisitor. It's an Inquisitor nonetheless. These guys are something. I don't know. Not quite sure how I feel about Temple Guards and Fallen Jedi going over to the Empire. Seems like a cowardly lot. I heard my buddy Woody 222 say how he loved the lightsabers, how they spun like a helicopter. I am gonna admit the first time I saw it on Rebels, I thought it was absolutely cool. Upon reflection, I'm not that big of a fan. I think they could have done something a little better. I think that's one of the first times Filoni dropped the ball. But it was definitely eye candy. So we're talking about Sith Asajj Ventress is my absolute favorite apprentice. Savage Opress had nothing on this girl. I am a huge Clone Wars, the animated series fan. I love it. I went and saw the movie when it came out and was hooked immediately. But what Asajj Ventress used to do with Obi-Wan and Anakin just makes me happy. I have a couple of original Stormtroopers. Aaron the Toy Enhancer might have 40 or 50 new troopers, but I got a couple of originals, and I love them. These were given to me by a friend of mine. Tim, I love you, brother. There'll never be another like you. But this was also given to me by my friend Tim. Return of the Jedi trilogy collection. And if you look real close, see, I keep those Stormtrooper figures inside this guy, and it hangs up on my wall. That's why it's a little dusty. But I didn't notice this until just the other day when I actually took it down off the wall. And this thing has been on my wall for a cool minute. He actually opened this up and shoved an original Stormtrooper inside that guy. That is hysterical. I mean, I can't believe it. All these years later, and my buddy Tim's still getting me. Like he's taking me to school even now. But, stick him back in the package. I'll stick him back on the wall. And, like a rabid dog with a bone, General Hux. I really don't know why I have this figure. I hate this character. Actually, I lie. I love this character. I think he is hysterical. I can't. Just terrible storytelling. He's the traitor. Hux, the rabid dog. No, he's not the traitor. Whoever wrote that drivel is just a moron. But Empire Strikes Back trilogy collection, Darth Vader. It's a pretty cool looking figure, I must admit. Especially for what we were given the choice of. Yoda, Lando, 3PO. I think I made the right choice. Oh, I forgot to show you the Return of the Jedi figures that you could have picked. Chewbacca, my Stormtrooper, Boba Fett, and R2. There was not a bad choice at all in this line. All four of these are great figures. But just to get this Power of the Force thing out of the way, every time I got an autograph from Dave Prowse, it says Dave Prowse is Darth Vader. And this has the long saber. This was a chase figure. I will not open this because this figure, if you want to pause it, check it out. But this was why I was kind of happy I did not get chosen for Vader. Because I didn't want to go out and buy another one just to open, and I'll be damned if I'm going to open an autograph figure, especially from a person that you can no longer get the autograph from. I mean, and Revenge of the Fifth, you got to have a good bounty hunter. So there's the Fett man. I would have loved to have used my original Fett, but I no longer have my original Fett. Feel free to cry. I know I do sometimes. But we have the Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, The Dark Times Retro Collection. That's on the back of this thing. One line, the Star Wars Retro Collection is inspired by the 70s Star Wars figures and feature original figure design and detailing. Continue your collection from a galaxy far, far away. And, I mean, I get it, I guess. But if you're going to have a figure and you're going to sell them in another country, Disney, Hasbro, the figures that go to that other country, use them to have a different language, unless you're just too uncivilized to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just droning on. We're at 8 minutes already, but we are going to open this figure. And this is how I open my, actually I open my figures just from the bottom. But I wanted to get into this guy rather quick for the video. Let's see. Oh yeah, boy did they not cheese out on this lightsaber, let me tell you. I kind of dig it though. It reminds me of the Bespin Luke lightsaber. Man, he did not want to come out of there. These anti-theft packages are something else, guys. And yes, does he? Can he? Yeah, there he goes. He's holding the lightsaber. I can't believe they didn't paint the silver for the handle. I mean, the paint apps are super nice. I love the red lenses on this figure. And yes, we are turning this into a figure review. The underskirt, awesome. It reminds me of the Emperor figure. The original Emperor figure. The soft goods, I love it. How do you make a cape flow? Make it soft and you put a wire in it. There is no wire in this because, I mean, face it, this was a $3 figure at Ollie's. I mean, but very cool nonetheless. I'm actually digging on it. I mean, do a height comparison. I mean, the original Vader's a little bit taller. More detail, but I mean, what do we expect? I'd like to take the red lenses from this guy and put it in this figure. But I don't know. I'm digging it. Revenge of the Fifth. Oop, as I bump the camera. I like how the capes don't actually go all the way down to his feet. You know what? For $2.99 at Ollie's or $3.99, this is a cool figure. I would suggest going out and picking it up if you see it somewhere. I mean, it's got a cool card. I mean, if you were into Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I was, let's face it, when Vader / Anakin said, "Anakin is dead, I killed him," that shit was hard. I loved it. It was absolutely amazing. But let's set him there. And then we will get on to one of my favorite toys. The 12-inch Darth Vader. That actually, I don't know how that looks on your screen, but it looks pretty cool on mine. I love this figure. I can sit and watch a couple episodes of Retro Blasting where he's got Broken Vader and it's just about Broken Vader. I love it. I got this guy for $5 at a garage sale. You want to know why he was so cheap? He's got the same problem that Retro Blasting Vader has. He's got busted arms. One of these days I will restring him and give him his arms back. I mean, his legs do work. And I also need to get him a lightsaber. I have been unsuccessful in finding one on the very cheap. So we will go to the not so cheap market next. I mean, the head does work. It's just a great figure. All in all, the 12-inch figures from back in the day. I have the entire first run. I have Luke, Leia, R2, and 3PO. The only ones I was actually allowed to get when I was a kid were 3PO and R2. I don't know why, but those were I always wanted Han Solo with the medal, and I was told no at every turn. These guys, I think these guys were like $10, and in 1970s money, that was quite a bit. But I remember seeing these guys on the shelf, just the entire row of in the toy aisle was on the top was the 12-inch figures. On the wall were the carded figures, and then on the bottom were all the vehicles. And those are memories you cannot take away from me. But we will get Vader out of the way. I'll let you zoom in on some of my propaganda posters. Well, I get a picture of me and Darth Maul, Ray Park. Also, the Toad in the X-Men movies, and Snake Eyes. This was well before he played Snake Eyes. This was actually at a convention, and he was surrounded by, it was all Star Wars. I mean, there were Star Wars people all the way around. I don't know if you can zoom in on my bracelet. I think it was an FX convention. Not sure what year. I'm almost positive this was pre-G.I. Joe. But he had come around to take a picture with another guest that actually paid him money for an autograph and for the picture. And I was like, yo, man, can I get a picture real quick? And this guy was so nice. He said, yeah, sure, no problem. So that was the first time I didn't get his autograph. But holy moly, we're at 15 minutes and a half. I promised to show you something cool. Well, you know what? Let's just do this. I got two pictures up there. I don't know if I've shown, I'm pretty sure I've shown you guys my Boba Fett picture. Shane, you're next. Jeremy Bullock, Boba Fett. He's no good to me dead. Very cool autograph. I know I've showed you this guy. I've shown you guys this guy before. I don't know if I've shown you my Chewbacca. Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. Let the Wookiee win. Yep, I can make the Chewbacca noise. The wife isn't a fan of that noise, let me tell you. But this is one of my favorite autographs. I have another autograph of Peter's on a very cool poster. Maybe I'll show you that with Punk's video. I'm not sure. I have two separate autographs that I'm just debating over. I'm not sure which one I want to use for the power of the Force. So stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thanks for checking it out. And never forget Revenge of the 5th.